Gemucon, you having fun today? Yeah! Oh, awesome, that's good. Well, we've just started. I'm Phil from the Geek Show.
Hello, Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'm from Gemucon Entertainment. I'm Jesse. I'm from the internet.
I'm Dodger. I'm also from the internet.
We're a really loud audience today. This is good, this is good. So yes, we also have a TomSKA coming in a little bit. We're TomSKA, would you? Okay, so welcome to the Geek Show. We are the UK's only live FM geek radio show. We broadcast every Sunday, ignore the typo, Sunday on 104.5 FM in the northeast of England. So hello, welcome. So the show goes like this. We shout, you shout. They're really quiet today. You guys quiet? Yeah! Okay. Nice, nice. So yeah, so the show follows the usual. We start with a bit of freaky news, then we go on, we'll introduce the guests, we'll chat to them. If anybody's got any questions, we'll ask you some questions. We have a couple of prizes, which are pretty cool. And yeah, just love. And there's some music, yeah, which is good. But yes, okay, so first thing that we always do on the Geek Show is the news. So today on the news, the first thing that comes up is pretty crazy actually, is the news isn't working. Awesome.
That is crazy.
Okay, so out of the news today, there is a string of underwear, which is a good start to it. String of underwear, that is... Hello, TomSKA and Matt. Hello. Can we get another chair and then get these guys in here? Smooth start, super pro, this is good.
Gotta move all my shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Chairs, ballsy sort of things.
Yeah. Shuffle along. Okay, so there's a new type of underwear that has just gone out into the shops, and people are having such a severe allergic reaction to it that they're going into anaphylactic shock. They're treated, yeah, genuinely. There is a set of underwear that is out at the moment, women's underwear, mind you, that has peanut oil.
What is that?
Peanut oil.
I'm sorry.
It's been used. Peanut.
Peanut oil. I thought you said peanut oil. I'm like, what the peanut? Don't say for a second on that one. Penis oil.
The Geek Show, operated by Ofcom. Yeah. And genuinely, they have used peanut oil to soften the fabrics. I've got a little card here. The secrets of radio, we have these little flip cards, and one of them, because our show is so good, is just behave. Just like behave, or we've got a smiley face and a sad face if people start saying rude words. And
what words are rude?
Lots of. Oh, this is a funny thing. When you go to Ofcom, who are the regulating body for radio and TV, the big rule book they give you is about like this big, and it doesn't have a list of swear words.
So we can say anything?
I thought, you know what, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to find all the rude words. You can't say, yeah. I can't even say them because we're on the radio, not now.
Well, technically you can say them though, right?
I can edit this. This is good. I can make this sound totally professional.
You can say anything.
What?
I feel cheated!
No, we're not live today. Because
you are cheated.
We were recording and then broadcasting live. Everything else is live. No. You want to be internet famous? Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I know. The second part of the news today is there's a buggy that has been sold in Germany, and they opened up the buggy as they do because they fold off and actually had a handgun in it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the title for this very, dryly is Baby Boomer. Feel the pain.
A rocket launcher was a baby boomer.
Wait, this was... Do we know that these guns worked? Were these guns made of chocolate? I need more details.
I don't know, that just says there was a gun. It was a handgun.
Made of chocolate?
It could have been.
Well, then wouldn't really made the news, would it, if it was a chocolate handgun?
I don't know, that would have made the news.
What do you think about, what do you think about this 3D printing handguns they're doing now?
Does it print in chocolate?
You can print 3D print chocolate now.
Done. Sold.
Yeah, I can think of a few things that people would like to.
What?
Whoa! You guys took that a whole nother level there. I'm on about chocolate, right?
Pretty sure they did it.
I did. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, so there's the next story is about a dog that's got a really bad heart. Okay, it's like he's got a really bad heart, and literally what they had to do to save this dog is give him Viagra. Now, this is true. Viagra originally was a heart medication, but obviously there's certain side effects. So this one dog walking around. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. One thing. Okay, moving on in the news. Obviously, I'm the only one with the news stories today because we haven't got any of the usual presenters today other than myself. There's a town in South America. There's been a midget gent with a pointy hat running around at night, and he's got in the news as the local scary gnome. Is what it's loosely translated as, and he's turning up outside people's gardens with this pointy hat and just standing there. And this is like a legit thing. There's pictures of this tiny little gnome just stood there like, I'm watching you. I can see you. Which is pretty crazy. Okay, anyway, so that is really dry. We always do the news. I really apologise about that. Now, the best part. The guests. From this end, working downwards in rate of awesome pointy hair. We've all got spike. We've all got this sort of whiff with hair. Is this like a? And glasses. Where's the pack?
Breaking the trend.
Break the trend. Okay, so first along we have Ian. Hello. Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here?
I'm part of Gemucon Entertainment. I'm here this weekend at Gemucon to promote some of the video productions we're doing, such as Fate the Web Series, which is being, well, we're showing some of that on the Sunday at the convention. Woo! And over the weekend we are doing work on Legacy, which is a convention documentary, and that sort of showcases the hard work that goes into running conventions, such as this lovely event here, and obviously looking at life on and off the convention circuit road. So yes, I'm a busy cameraman.
If you see Ian running around, you have to run up to him and pull a rude face with a camera. If he's got a camera, pull a rude face, because then he can't use that footage, and it will annoy him.
I can always just put a smiley face over the person's face. Or a laughing man. I can always do a laughing man.
That would actually be really good.
Yeah.
Next along, we've got the man with the awesome beard.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Jesse Cox. I play games on YouTube. I ruin many podcasts, and I enjoy doing it. And now I'm here to ruin this one. That's really it. I don't really do anything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sell yourself short. So that means
No, I'm not. No. Both they and I know that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next along the line.
Hi. I'm Dodger. I have 2 YouTube channels, Press Start to Continue, where I just play video games and talk about video games and other such nonsense, and then another one where I do daily vlogs and sometimes film my cat and sometimes do DIYs, and I just do a lot of weird stuff on the internet.
Is that the golden rule for online YouTubing? Cats?
You gotta film your cat.
Film your cat.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. I mean, why not? He's there and he's just so adorable. So yeah, but I'm also on some podcasts with this guy, and I'm just as useless on them.
Awesome. Next along.
Hi. Oh, good. The mic is on. I didn't want to chip in. I was afraid that it might not be on. My name is Tom, and I make YouTube videos, primarily for myself at age 12. And it turns out there are a lot of people like me at age 12, so they like watching those videos, which is really confusing though, because I had no friends when I was 12 years old, so I don't know where all these like-minded people came from. But hey, I try to make people laugh for a living, though, is the summary.
Hooray! Hey. Yes. Apparently that's what you need in life.
Already ruining it.
Yeah. Shrivel.
Hi, I'm Matt Lobster. I mainly do voice acting for Eddsworld, but I try and do my own things on YouTube, funny little videos. I mean, honestly, if you guys have seen 2 minutes of my work, you've seen everything I've done. I'm going to try and do maybe 5 videos while I'm here. Probably take me about 10 minutes.
That sounds good. That sounds fun.
Well, if I'm including Vines, I've already done 2 from my hotel room. So 7.
I think I've seen that movie. Shot in the hotel room. Yeah, we're cool with this. Yeah, so obviously we are at Gemucon, and it is a gaming convention. I know a lot of people here from more of the anime sort of side of it, but who goes only to gaming conventions that's here? Who's here just for the gaming? Nerds! Hold on. You're on radio, don't put your hands up. They can't see that.
Let the audience imagine it. There's a whole sea of hands that have just gone up.
Yeah, thousands of people in this room have just put their hands up. But yeah. So, obviously, we are the Geek Show, we are proud to be geeks. Do we have any proud geeks in the room, obviously? Nerds. Okay, so, well, question to the guests, obviously, this is why we're here. Why do you guys go to conventions? What do you get out of it? Just genuinely jumping.
Swag. That's it, that's the only reason to go. That's it. No other reason.
I mean, for me, like, depending on the event that you're at, it'll either have more to do with the companies than the people, or it'll have more to do with the people than the companies. And the ones that have to do with the community and how awesome everybody is and meeting new friends and all of that, I think that makes it worth it. Going to PAX is always my favorite because they have this huge area where they just play tabletop games and have tournaments, and it's fantastic. So that's what I like about going to events like this.
You're such a softie.
And swag.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Validation. I think there's something amazing about going to a con and just being like surrounded by people, like getting autographs, and then you just lock eyes with someone you used to know. Like, hey. Sorry, I can't talk. Literally. There's too many people between me and you.
Remember how you used to be a dick?
Yeah. Give me a wedgie, will you?
There was an inquisitive inflection on the end there. Give me a wedgie, will you?
Please?
Please. Just touch me. Yeah, don't touch me.
It's got very hard, I'm sorry.
It's evolving quickly.
Oh, hang on, the cards are out.
Use the happy smiley card. Use the happy smiley card. This means don't talk about death. Seriously, our show gets really dark for some reason, and we have to wind it back. We're on radio. Smile! I have no idea why. Yeah.
Radio viewers won't be able to see that you've...
No, it's fine. It's for the people in the studio that are going,
You described it almost the audio description track.
It's a smiley face.
Phil has just lifted up a smiley face. The panel seemed perplexed. Oh, water.
What? You're beautiful, thank you.
Puss in Boots, sponsors. What's it like on the floor?
Give me a wedgie.
That's why we go to conventions.
Yeah, sorry, why do you guys go to conventions? I know...
My partner in crime is just massage my head with bottles of water.
Because I know you have been involved with running conventions, obviously, and yeah.
That kind of happened about 5 years ago, because I've nearly done conventions for about this time next year will be about 10 years I've been doing conventions. So for the first 4 or 5 years, I was pretty much just coming, like most of the guys in the audience, coming here, having a good time, drinking, having fun, having laughs. And it was quite weird because you come to conventions and it's this weird sort of surreal world that you sort of exist in for about 3 to 4 days. The outside world just pays no attention. You ignore the outside world, in a sense. And then when you come out of it afterwards, you do have this whole version of convention blues.
Yeah. Anyone else get con blues?
Yeah.
See, where's my smiley face?
Sorry.
Stop talking about depression. Right, well that brings a real good question up. When people in the normal world ask you, what do you do, what do you tell them? Real people.
I film dogs on skateboards for the internet.
Yeah, that's good.
It's not true, but you know.
It's easier to explain than, yeah.
When I have to like fill out a form where it asks me what my job is, I put down video producer because it sounds legitimate. But when I'm actually talking with somebody and they ask me what I do, I say I talk about video games on the internet. I'm fairly honest about it. So.
If it's a guy, I say I make video game videos on the internet, and they love that. If it's a lady, I am an entertainer. They never believe me, but that's what I say.
An entertainer on the internet sounds like one of these seedy campers.
That's what it means.
Now with more beard. Ladies,
Well, that's the real reason we're here.
That's why I'm here.
Your audience starts at 4, so you know.
To talk like this to you.
I'm getting turned on.
You should be. Do we have any more of that dog Viagra? Because I feel like everyone's gonna need some.
They should put that in comebacks. That would be so much better.
No! Conventions are already too crazy.
Can they be Blues Clues themed? Because then they can actually still be blue.
They're little paw prints.
I think I've seen those being handed out at a rave once, so yeah.
Dog Viagra.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to go into a song and then we'll come into some more bits about you guys and what you're doing, and yeah. Okay, so we'll see you guys in a minute. You're listening to the Geek Show on 104.5 FM.
Hello, I'm Professor Elemental, and whenever I'm not riding a badger around my grounds or hitting my monkey butler with a stick, I'm listening to the Geek Show, and my God, I love it.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Geek Show at Gemucon! They're all shouting today. I love it. Love you guys. So, gaming is the main subject of this convention, is the main subject of today's show. What is your earliest gaming memory? Starting at Ian, let's work our way down, because this one's a really good one. And seriously, feel free to go on, because I love this type of thing.
Well, I remember when I was young. I had
I remember.
Well, I was
Just do the whole thing again. Okay, what is your earliest gaming memory?
Commodore 64?
Yeah.
When I was young, I was playing the Wombles on that one. Finding all the rubbish. Even played License to Kill on Commodore 64. Never get past the first level. But most of it was Dizzy. Is it Dizzy? Yeah.
Dizzy, yeah.
Yeah, Dizzy.
Dizzy was British, I believe.
Codemasters.
Because I had it on NES or SNES, I can't remember, and it came with a cartridge, and you put the cartridge on another cartridge. So yeah. The microphone
Which is conferring.
I don't want to get anything wrong here.
Which Mario game is the one with the...
Yeah, I don't want to. Conferring is the expert.
Yeah, but like, Dizzy, am I talking sense? It came on a cartridge, which you had to put into another cartridge.
I had it on a cassette.
Yeah.
What?
Was it licensed by Nintendo?
I think the thing was it wasn't licensed by Nintendo, so you had to plug it into another cartridge to get it to work.
Link knows about Nintendo.
Sorry, Link. Also, there are some really cool costumes. We've got GLaDOS again. Hello, GLaDOS. Back to the bar. We've got a Bane on a scooter.
It looks like that babe was having the time of his life.
On his scooter.
I should have brought mine, I can afford to.
There is a lot of ponies in today as well.
I love you.
Ponies.
Can I just see a show of hands for bronies?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay.
Mark's going to take them out.
Bane has also declared himself a brony. I like this.
Oh no, what brony? Oh, that's terrifying. What would Bane's cutie mark be?
It'd probably be the picture of him breaking the bat's back.
Shadows! Shadows! No shadow!
Earliest gaming memory.
Anyway,
yes.
Dizzy. I never played Dizzy because it just seemed like that egg just had one trouble after the other.
Poor guy.
The poor guy, and he broke so easily.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's as exciting as it gets for me.
Yeah. What about yours?
Since I am in my late 80s, the first game I remember playing was Qbert. Qbert is a wonderful game.
What console?
What?
Or we get console elitists shouting.
I don't remember that. Again, I'm old. I'm very old. It all.
He played it on the
You
album.
played it in stone.
On tablets, like literally.
I played it on the voxophone, I did. In 1930. Was a real. Look, I'm not.
You were going there and didn't quite make it.
Look,
We're good.
That's the most effort I'm willing to give that.
Okay.
Yeah, Qbert, because you were Qbert, and you jumped. And you fought snakes and other things. He was also in Wreck-It Ralph, so...
It's really... Anyway, alright, who enjoyed Wreck-It Ralph? Seriously, I know it's a big, massive mishmash of pop culture references, but I couldn't think of a better movie made for me right now. I'm like, oh my god, it's amazing, I don't die, he's gonna die! And then they're going to the mountain, I'm crying like... I don't want to swear on radio.
Spoilers!
No, well it's fine, you don't know, do you?
Pondering thought on Wreck-It Ralph.
Yes.
Is it possibly the best video game movie without actually being a video game to begin with?
Well,
Yeah, because Tomb Raider was
they
rubbish.
did actually make a couple of test games. Obviously, it wasn't made in like 20 years ago, but they did make a couple of test games. What pisses me off though is
Phil.
what bothers me.
It's radio, you're fine.
What bothers me is that I've got almost every version of it, and not one of them is the same version that was in the film.
Really?
Yeah. All the different versions they've made about 5 or 6 different versions, but none of them are the exact animations and the exact kind of background that they use in the film. And that bothers me. Do you not think for Disney, a big company?
Well, they just shut down LucasArts, didn't they?
Don't get me started.
So what
I saw a Guybrush earlier.
Let's hear it for Disney.
Look, I'm gonna take a stand and say good for Disney. Lucas hasn't made anything good in years.
You're making some
Yeah.
good games, though.
Hey, have you seen Red Tail?
Star Wars 13?
Yes, I have seen Red Tails. That movie was garbage. In every
I'm glad they're on our side.
They're flying the plane like, who are those pilots with the red
What's
tails?
so confusing about that film is that all the main cast are fine, but whenever a white person's on screen, they're terrible.
Oh,
I think the problem is that George Lucas can't direct white people.
Well, I would explain Star Wars.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's why there's none. It's all white people in Star Wars. There's the one black dude.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's why Lando is
He's
fantastic.
That's what I'm saying, the one.
Lando.
Lando, but that was like 30 years ago.
Clarison? Who's Clarison? Calrissian?
Also, you can't say there was another one.
Clarison sounds like a
Calzone.
drug you give to dogs to give them boners.
I have every right to call you out on this, seeing as everyone's talking about geeks.
You know, that's fine with the Geek Show. This is the only place on like mainstream media where you can actually talk rubbish like this and people don't go, I have no idea what you're on about.
Calrissian tells it all.
Calzones tells it all.
Lando Calzone.
This brings me on to another thing. Last convention we were at, we were discussing Fat Avengers. Because, there we go. So we were going through conventions, and my favourite thing, I'm a chubby change, right? I'm happy with this, whatever, it's fine. But my funniest thing is cosplayers that don't cosplay their own body types.
Yeah,
Right? I don't want to say fat cosplayers or fat rainbow dashes or skinny Captain Americas or whatever, but that's basically what it is. So we came up with the Avengers, but the fat version, because we saw a fat Hawkeye. And that's how it started, the whole thing. We spent a weekend just doing this. So far we had pork pie.
I was going to say bird's eye.
Bird's eye was good. More. The Incredible Bulk, that was rubbish. Agent Coleslaw. Isn't that healthy? Nick Flurry. And what were the other ones?
Captain Ham-America.
Captain Ham-America. That's where we're at right
See,
now.
I want to be really, really offended by this, but when I went to Comic-Con back in 2010, we did notice a lot of, you know, rather round
Husky, I believe the Americans
cosplayers of Scott Pilgrim, so we started making this character called Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
Hello, Scott Pilgrim. Come back to me, Scott Pilgrim.
Get out.
There's so many characters I love, but I'm way too skinny to play them, so I just don't bother. So
yeah,
it's like you see them, even the slightly toned, and I'm just a skinny white guy. I can't do them. Yeah. I can just about get with Indiana Jones, but that's if I have a jacket on.
If it makes you feel better, I'm a little too female to play most of the characters I would want to cosplay as. So.
Yeah.
I saw a really good female Kratos though. I mean, I know there's not much to it. but it was
Get the body paint.
It was just like ripped out of her mind.
No, it's always like, I'm playing sexy Kratos. It's never like, I'm full on Kratos.
It should be.
Well, Kratos is topless, so you can't have to draw on something.
I'm sexy Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
And that's a porn.
No, there's all sorts of horrible pornographic crossovers like shaving Ryan's privates and
Wait, that's Chubby Indiana Jones. Diana Jones.
Buffy the Vampire Layer.
No, it's not that.
It's alright, I'm gonna have to edit this bit out anyways. We're good.
It's getting blue.
It's getting blue. Yeah, so wait, no, we have to come back. We have to come back to earliest gaming memories. Where have we got to?
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot that we got here somehow.
We're back in the room.
I'm trying to remember what year it was when I was like 6. I think it was 1993, maybe? And I was sitting in the basement with my entire family because my dad was determined to have children who were amazing at Tetris. And I was trying so hard to beat level 19. And I was so young, and I got so upset and cried. That's my earliest gaming memory, was trying really, really hard to beat level 19 at 6 years old. But I finally beat it one day, and I felt so accomplished.
There is a fair amount of actual research saying that Tetris is really, really good for kids with lazy eyes. If you have like one eye that goes off, or you have a lazy eye and whatnot.
Maybe I have a lazy eye.
Yeah, well, it may have fixed you.
Maybe it fixed me.
Because, like, genuinely, there is a study saying Tetris, because of the tracking and the how it works, is actually better than the standard exercises they give you with having a lazy eye. Science!
In the usual practice, just give you an eye patch.
Yeah. Where's your eye patch?
I'd rather have an eye patch, I think.
It's in my spare jacket.
Oh. Okay. Mr. TomSKA. Hey, girl.
Okay, so I mean, I was raised in like a very conservative household, so I didn't really get to play video games until I was about 12. I was like, I want to play something. My parents would be like, I have a Bible. So I would sneak around to my neighbor's house. It was this kid. He would play loads of video games, and I just didn't understand what they were. And there's this one game where I think like you had to escape from somewhere, and if you got caught, you got like slapped in the face and then sent back to the game. I don't know what game this is. If anyone remembers what it is, please tell me. What? I don't know.
Is it Kid Clown in Crazy Chase?
I have no idea. But I didn't know what because I didn't know what would happen when the character got slapped. So he'd have this red mark on his face. I'd be like, what does that mean? And this kid convinced me that it meant that he had AIDS. I believe a lot of things this guy told me. Like he once.
Was it Leisure Suit Larry?
I mean, like, there's so many amazing things this guy did to me. Like, I mean, he showed me the way. He gave me the best rendition.
Go on.
Well,
tell me about your mother.
I really wanted really wanted to get Mew in Pokemon when that like kind of came out, and he convinced me that if I gave him £5 and my like Simpsons book, that he would give me a Mew. And well, he'd teach me the secret to get a Mew, which was to walk around the sides of Mount Moon for 4 hours. I don't like him anymore. And I don't like Zubats either.
There's only 2 things infinite in this universe. Zubats. Who? Maybe I know it being stupid.
Matt?
I forgot I was here for a moment. I was just often.
You guys are so pretty. We're just like looking down like, oh god, there's so many good sunglasses.
I've got a lot of like first gaming memories, but I suppose what we're talking about really the first time I even recognised anything game related.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I recognised anything for a game related, my uncle had a load of Amiga games.
All right.
I mean, he just had a stack of floppy disks, and I just kept looking at them, and I found the pirate wheel for Monkey Island. I didn't know what these were, but I loved the look of the character, and I loved the artwork, but that wasn't the first game I played. I think the first game I actually played probably was going to be stereotyped, is Mario Brothers on his SNES. Sorry, NES. Not SNES, no. And that's all I would do. That's all I would play when I went around, like when I was being babysat, was nothing but Mario Brothers. Like, don't know how many times I completed it, but God, I hate World 8. It's just, it's a bastard.
Phil, edit here.
Yeah, sorry, I'm on weekend mode. I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah, mine was James Pond Robocod. On MS-DOS, and like he used to hold the space bar, and he used to go and like extend. Oh wait, no, it was before that. It was SimCity on the BBC Micro with the big disc. You're shoving, and you just used to go for about 40 minutes. Then SimCity loaded. And at that point, I couldn't figure out how to play the game. I was just there with it. I was like, well, I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing. So all I could figure out was how to load Tokyo and to load Godzilla. And just yeah. That's it. That's a little bit racist. I'm sorry.
Sad face.
Where's my sad face? Phil is holding up a sad face card because of the shame within. Okay. So yeah, that was our game pass. The next question on the list is: do we need another Sonic and Mario game?
No.
Yes. I think we need to see an epic conclusion to them, where they fight above. No, yeah, exactly. We'll do it like Red Tables.
George Lucas is signed on to create the...
Let's petition LucasArts back just for this game.
Also, that makes Leia a Disney princess, by the way, so...
We all know. It's horrible. What's weird, though, is... I think it was Simon Pegg took a picture of it. It was with his daughter. Picture of the princesses from the Disney kind of playsets and the Star Wars playsets. They fit perfectly together. They're all exactly the same size. They look like the same models. And my God, you can have a lot of fun with the diorama.
Cool. I thought you were on about like fitting together, like that Woody doll that you've all seen. What's the manufacturer that makes the doll?
Revoltech.
Robotech?
Revoltech.
Revoltech. Yeah, the arms come off. It's just creepy Woody like this. With like a schoolgirl's outfit. You know. Google it. It's fun. So yeah, so with franchises and like Sonic 58. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Sonic fans in the room. Yeah, everyone Sonic fans? Woo! Mario? Yes. You see, that's the thing. Everyone, whenever you mention games, everyone goes, oh, or like chiptunes. Ever mention chiptunes? It's like Mario at a rave. Is the running? Yeah, thanks. But yet, everybody now, they're like, we didn't get much of a shout from Mario there. Are we thinking Mario's more for like younger kids now, just because it's like the known phrase, like McDonald's of the gaming world?
It's not that bad.
I think there's something strange about the way Nintendo makes their games, though. I mean, they have the pot of 5 games they have. We have Zelda, Mario, Metroid, 2 others which I probably forgot. And they just go, hey, I've got an idea for a game. And a game night will have people walking around on spheres. So they'll shove it into the park and go, great, okay. And then when they've got all these different kind of dynamics, it goes, well, that one was for Mario, that one was for this, that one was for that, that one was for that. What's wrong with making a brand new game?
It's as if they're lazy money balls.
All it takes is a new character. A new character is all it takes. It's the same game.
I mean, an established IP is always going to sell really well, especially something like Mario. People love Mario games. And I think one of the reasons why Sonic gets such a cheer and Mario doesn't get quite as much of a cheer is because for the most part we have a lot of Mario games that are fairly satisfying. I don't think we can say the same about Sonic. Sonic is a really loved character and there are good games in there, but for the most part a lot of the games recently have been fairly disappointing, I would say.
You wouldn't be able to make Mario as a kid's character now, though. How many do you think recently they'd be able to go, right, well, let's idea for a character. He's a plumber, okay. He's got a big mustache.
Right. I see where you're going here.
He jumps on animals. Okay. He's Italian, okay. He eats mushrooms, yeah. Kills lizards to rescue a princess. This makes no sense.
I don't know what you mean. It makes perfect sense.
Can you sandwich in an awkward sex scene? Yes. Then we're good. Let's finish.
Done.
2 nights ago, it was brought to my attention.
There's a Mario Peach scene somewhere in there.
Oh, you clearly have never been to 4chan. Anyway, 2 nights ago it was brought to my attention by this young lady right here that there exists a anime of it's Sonic.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain this.
I cannot explain this. It's Sonic. It's the Sega Kingdom versus the Nintendo Kingdom. Is the thing, and Sonic is this little blue-haired kid, and he is avenging a character who dies, who may or may not have tails, and he's like, I'll get you! And he runs around with a bunch of like really underdressed women and fights Mario, who has an M on his head, who rides a giant dinosaur and stomps on battleships.
That sounds so much better.
It's maybe the worst anime I've seen in my entire life.
There's literally
I've seen quite a lot of awful anime, so...
Right? That's, I mean, I search out specifically terrible anime, and this one
It's terrible. I went to watch it immediately, and there's a scene in which Sonic, I don't know what his name of this thing is, but it meets a woman who is an archer who's like, I'm the #2 badass in the kingdom. And they're gonna fight to determine who is better, I don't know. And she's like, I'll use my powers to determine where he's gonna go. But Sonic, he just goes straight ahead. She's like, I didn't expect that at all. And he hits her, and her clothes like eviscerates. And she's like, oh no! And then she's like, I promise I'd do anything you wanted if I lost. And in her mind, it's like all sex scenes. And then Sonic's like, maybe we can work together. And then people, and Link is this like snake tongue, like blonde hair kid who's like, we'll get them, Mario. That's Mario's voice. It's insane. But
and there's General Tetris.
Yeah, General Tetris has
Tetris earrings.
He's all innuendo. It's wonderful.
I am the man who arranges the blocks.
It's waiting for the line piece.
The third episode just came out, so if you would like to watch those, they are on Crunchyroll for your enjoyment.
It is amazing in the worst way possible.
Terrible. It's the worst. I can't remember what it's called. You have to just Google it.
Post a link on your Twitter.
I will never promote that. You must.
It was the best synopsis ever. We're all in.
Everyone's gonna watch it now.
I was in the Netherlands at this convention called Abenicon, and at 10 o'clock onwards, all the movie rooms become adult Japanese. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying, can't say it on radio.
Yeah.
Right, fine. There was one.
I don't know what you're
I didn't know this. I genuinely didn't know this because I don't speak Dutch, and the book was in Dutch, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so I'm going in on my own in a trench coat, sitting down, chatting with some friends, thinking, you know, this is...
Wait, whoa! You started this story like, I went in by myself in a trench coat, so now I talk with friends.
I was joking, obviously.
No, you weren't.
Oh, was I? And I look up, and there's a woman firing lasers from her boobs. Right? I'm like, I've walked into the, no, this is the right place, I'm home. And I just got comfy, and it was the worst thing. It was literally just lasers and just like every
Can you
part
describe what happened? Because I may know this one.
Is it sad? I was thinking the exact same thing.
But the next thing which I found was brilliant is every 4 minutes they have a trouser shuffle patrol, right? They go in every 4 minutes and look up and down the rows, make sure nobody's taking advantage of the adult material. What? Now, the thing is, this is every 4 minutes, right? I take that as a challenge. Phil, remember, edit here. Right, okay, good. This is like a legit thing, seriously.
What, that you took it as a challenge?
No. Yes. Yeah, okay. So we're going to have to go into a song now while I compose myself. I'm going to tune it.
Turning Japanese.
We'll get the soap out, we'll start cleaning.
Yes, that is actually what that song's about.
Oh, I know. Can I explain what Turning Japanese is about now, or?
Oh look, the song's playing. We'll see you in the break. Also now we're broke, so let's go. Yeah, tell us.
Turning Japanese is about...
Into the mic.
Oh, Turning Japanese is about touching yourself so much that you start squinting, I believe.
Wait, what?
I want your picture.
No,
I'm not...
Can we ask a doctor to take a picture so I can see you from the inside as well?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with beating it so much your eyes go squinty.
I'm not just crazy.
Although I haven't made a good case for myself so far, but like seriously, this is the thing. It's the thing.
You were having a hell of a time. You're like, that was real sound effects.
Ladies.
Enjoy the music, everyone.
Yeah, we'll have some music. We're back in 2 minutes for you guys.
Wait, I thought music was playing.
And I'm Ash Ketchum. Geek Show. I choose you!
Hi guys. Hi guys and welcome back to the Geek Show at Gemucon. You guys are getting really good at wooing off the bat. This is good. Woo! Oh, lazy. It's lovely. Love you guys. Yeah, so we're back at the Geek Show at Gemucon 2017. Yeah. So yeah. Next, obviously, we're discussing video games, you know, as you know, that's what we've been doing. What is the worst game you've ever played? Oh, you know it. Tom's in there. What is the worst game you've ever played, and why?
Has anyone heard of a game called Infernal?
Yes!
Yeah. So there's this game called Infernal. I can't remember if it's a Polish or a French game that was redubbed into English. And like I love telekinesis. Like that's like anything to do with telekinesis, I will buy it. And so this game like promised telekinesis. I was like, sweet, I'm in. So it's very clear, first of all, that when they made this game, the people who were doing the voice acting for it, the English dubs, hated whoever they were working for because they have clearly read the script literally. There are lines like, "We have intruder alert," and "You have devil within." Like, and these and they're saying these like as straight as anything. It's just they're not trying to be funny. So, but I played this game. You know, it's terrible. And I play it for a good 3 hours before I finally, you know, die. I succumb. Someone shoots me. It takes me back to the opening cutscene. Arcade style. It was entirely manual save. Like no checkpoints. Just I blended that disc. Hard.
Okay, yeah, who else? Worst games.
I know it's recent, well, fairly recent, but I'm going to go with LA Noire.
this.
Hang on. Hang on.
No.
It is by far.
No, I've just turned it off. There you go. Carry on.
It's by far the most unrewarding game I think I've ever played. I've never hated a character more in my entire life. And when you finally... I'm going to go with spoilers here. When you finally finish it and you've done all the missions the way you're meant to do them, even if you do them wrong, like if you do them wrong and you accuse the wrong person, they go, oh no, actually it was this guy. And then when you finally get him, when you finish the whole game, they're the wrong choice as well. So no point are you doing the right thing in any part of the game. It's pointless. I've never been so happy to see Cole Phelps die. I wake up randomly in the night and tweet how much I hate Cole Phelps. And to this day, I still do it. The only reason I completed it was to get those extra achievement points.
You have a lot of feelings, I can tell.
Hate Cole Phelps.
This is turning into more of a therapy session.
I could go on. There are so many more games that I know. There's the second, but I'll quickly go as well.
Okay, we'll do first and then
I
general.
have to talk about Sniper Ghost Warrior, you guys. I have to talk about it.
Do I need to go?
Go, yeah.
There's a little game. It is the single worst game ever made by man or beast. Called Revelations 2012. I have never been happy to play through something so awful. It is, I can't even repeat half the dialogue because it sounds like they're all having sex while it's four white people killing Mayans. It is ultra racist, but they're alien Mayans, so you know it's okay. And at one point, just to show you how bad the game is, I was playing with one of my dear friends, Crendor. Woo! And at one point, we're playing through it, and we were playing as the two male characters, and there are two ladies with us. And I don't know what happened, but they decided to walk out into a river and drown themselves. Story of my life. It was... We know what happened. We turned around the 1 minute they're complaining, and the women dialogue is one girl's like, I'm so hungry. The other girl's like, I'm so fat. That's the dialogue. The world is ending, and they're like, oh my god, I could use a Snickers bar. And they drowned themselves and killed themselves. We were like, well, that sums up this game. Even they didn't want to be a part of it. It is awful. And it's so awful that when you beat the game, it's like, I'll see you in the sequel. And then it scrolls through the credits, and it's like a family of like 6 who made this game. And they look amazing. I want to meet them and shake their hands. You can tell who did what. The old man with the dialogue. He's like, girls talk about weight all the time. Right? It's insane. Play it. It's on Steam. It's like $2, waste a day, and never be the same.
Does this actually fulfill the requirements of the question, though? Because you really loved playing that terrible game.
I love all bad games, though. Oh.
Street Cleaner Simulator. That's where we're at right now.
I played Euro Truck Driver in love.
How the hell do you turn around on the game? The turning circle is impossible.
That's just nice. It's fine. We won't get it. It's cool.
Bad games are the best games. You're missing out. If you don't enjoy bad games, you're not appreciating the amount of work a bunch of drunks put into making it. Take the time and play. Find the worst thing you can find and play it. And if you aren't a better person for it, then I'm a liar.
Jesse Cox, 2013.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to decide, like... I mean, Farming Simulator 2013 was real bad. That was real bad.
Real life.
That was real bad.
You harvested crops.
I was in a golf cart that I could not get out of. Maybe a decent 15 minutes. Before somebody has to come and save me.
The golf carts started mating, though.
They were on top of each other. I couldn't get out.
This is a therapy session, isn't it?
Look, I have things. So...
What?
I think what I will say...
Have a thing?
A game... I have one thing in my life. Let me explain it to you.
Jesus.
A game that I had a a lot of hope for that let me down, and I've said this on the TGS podcast many times, is Dear Esther. For a recent game that I could bring up in this panel, I would say that Dear Esther was a huge letdown because it didn't actually feel like a game. It was a novel that you walked through. So that's the game that I would say.
You got very winded on that.
I put forth a lot of effort right at the beginning, and then it's just all my life energy. I have nothing left to give.
I mean, a game like Dear Esther does sound like the kind of thing that would ruin your life.
It looked so beautiful, and I just wanted an experience. It was supposed to be story-driven. No!
You got a bad experience, but it was an experience.
It's like that game where you play the crazy Japanese guy's dreams.
Oh, Capra. Is that Capra? Yeah.
Yes, LSD Dream Emulator. It doesn't actually make sense. It's like got 8 polygons in the entire game. And you just walk in through, and there's like a geisha going, and you turn around, and there's an eye that swallows you. And you go, okay. Okay, and there's no objective, no goal, there's a day and a night, and you just...
Have you played SimCity?
Pretty much.
No.
The problem is not many people...
The objective of SimCity is Sin City?
Sin City.
I play that game way differently than you do. Is to buy all the DLC. That's the objective.
I'm losing, man.
Theme park, just shotting, roller coasters at people. So you get...
Hey, why can't we mix those together? Why can't we get, theme hospital where you click on the clinic in SimCity, you click and do it, and that becomes a minigame making the hospital?
Wasn't that Spore, and didn't that suck?
It did, yes.
Sorry, Spore was garbage.
Ian?
No.
Worst game?
I'm a bit of a loss because I'm trying to think of the games I've been playing. I'm only thinking of games I haven't.
You've been playing FIFA and wrestling recently.
What wrestling? Real wrestling?
You've been wrestling people in between games of FIFA.
It was me a challenge.
That's basically going to the football simulator. That's pretty much what that is.
No, it's just sometimes there are games that I've got, but I've just never been bothered to complete because I just can't be asked.
Is one of them Final Fantasy 13? Look, it sucks, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can always think I like it so much.
I'll be honest, I'm not Final Fantasy 13, so I'm absolutely fine. I think there was one on PSP, I think the Soup Force.
It's the video game equivalent of walking down to the end of the street.
Which one?
On the street!
Final Fantasy.
I've never played Final Fantasy game, I don't like them.
Me neither.
Wait, you've never played them and you don't like them? I call shenanigans.
Have you got a word of the day? Are you trying to fit shenanigans in?
No, shenanigans is definitely...
Shenanigans is... I overuse that word in my daily life, I'm sorry. Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. Hey guys. You guys in the back just come in. Hello.
We're talking about Final Fantasy 13, welcome.
It's alright, we haven't been on for an hour.
We've all gone around the room, stood up and introduced ourselves, so you're next.
Hi, I'm Phil, I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Phil. Oh,
Finish your tales.
Bad Guys Anonymous. There's a Bad Guys Anonymous panel, I've heard. Which could be cool. Yeah. Anyway, so worst game I have ever played. It was a wrestling game. Actually, it was WWF back in the day, Warzone.
Oh, that was a classic.
It was awful.
It was awesome.
The collision detection with the bubbles were like 7 foot around the character.
It was like you throw a punch about.
It's like it's like the Undertaker's halfway through the canvas, just bobbing around like this. It's like this is a good game.
Was that N64?
It was PlayStation. PSX. Stream. Yeah, obviously, there are massive, what's the word, honour mentions to games like The Sims, where you can, delete ladders and leave them die, which is, we've all done that, yeah? Any other games that have some absolutely awful glitches or were really badly done? What stands out in your mind?
Well, if we're just going with awful glitch, Broken Sword 2.
Broken game.
Broken Sword 2, right at the end, just before the altar, you touch this, I think it's a torch just before you go in. If you touch it beforehand, you have to start the game all over again. Like, this is like 99% completion.
Wow.
Which they have fixed now for the iPad, I believe. I think my brother actually contacted the guy and just complained and went, yeah, you know what, we fixed it now. So I'm kind of happy, but one of the worst experiences of my life, because I got to the end without realising there was the glitch about 2 times and couldn't work out why.
Sad.
Wait. Phil holds up the happy card. But yeah. Okay, so examples. Who do you see as an actual good role model? And I'm on about for kids and people that are looking for someone to look up to in games.
Thank you! I love children. Never mind. Wait. Hi there, kids. Is this a real person? This is someone in video games.
Yeah, in video games. We see there's an awful lot of shooting and killing and zombie smooshing, and everyone's like, well, Lara Croft, she's like the positive female role model, is a lot of people are saying. And I go, no, she's breaking into places, stealing things and shooting people. She is just, the only difference between her and a standard thief is she's kind of pretty in English. And that's it, you know? She breaks into places and steals artifacts.
Are you applying this to the previous games or the one that's just come out?
I haven't played that, I haven't seen that. Yeah.
There are no role models then. Because most games are doing horrible things.
Cubert.
I disagree. I think there's a good
Cubert
one.
is stomping on all sorts of animals.
Keep the lights on. Pac-Man.
I think Link's a role model.
Pac-Man's eating ghosts. Pac-Man's a glutton. He eats everything. There are no good role models.
There's a famous misquote with Pac-Man, isn't there? It's not actually the person that created Pac-Man that came up with it, but they're saying, if video games influence people that much, we'd all be running around darkened rooms listening to electronic music and popping pills.
Well, I'm really hoping for a good harvest next year, thanks to Farm Simulator.
One of my friends got Lord of the Rings online and did nothing but grow long bottom weed and sell it. So basically, he was just dealing. That's all he did. He just spec towards dealing long bottom weed. That's it.
There are no good influences. No.
What about Journey?
What?
Journey, yeah.
Journey is such a pretty game. I love that game so much. But that game doesn't have, like, that's...
They're harmonizing it.
I would say a positive role model, though.
Yeah,
I mean, I might as well say Thin Ribbon, because he jumps over things.
well, I would say that's one of those games where the character is supposed to be a representation of yourself, right? You're supposed to be going on this journey.
You're the role model.
You are your own role model.
If you want a role model, I believe every David Cage game ever made is a role model for you. David Bowie as a robot on another planet is your role model.
Yes.
Play them all. He's a genius. What? No.
Yes! I don't know where you are, but I'm pointing to you because I love you.
How's that role model?
He is a superhero who plays the guitar
And?
interviews people with music. He doesn't kill anyone. Wait, does somebody explode? Shoot.
Yes, see? There are no...
Now I need to remember.
The government's right, it's horrible. What's going on?
At least it fixes lazy eyes.
Like at its core though, at its core, every GTA game is about achieving your dreams.
To be honest, my dreams are beating up hookers, so we're good. Yeah.
It's a living.
It's a living.
But with Saints Row, you get to wear a lovely hat.
Yeah, no, we're on radio. I can't go. I can't talk about items. I can't talk about Saints Row at all. It's like, well, you get this item and you hit. No, never mind.
You can get a nice cane, which might be related to a certain job, which we won't say, but it's very nice. You can decorate it. You can construct. Yeah.
Is there nothing?
What?
Leisure Suit Larry, I think.
Leisure Suit Larry.
You said Tetris.
I think his predecessor, though, obviously.
What?
Wait, what's again?
He said Leisure Suit Larry.
He's not a role model, he's a sex fiend who can't get laid. That's depressing.
That's that's pretty much every nerd in this room right now. So,
Yep.
I see some stuff.
I just talked about me. Sorry, never mind. Yeah.
Sonic, because we all got to go fast.
Because all of those animals, those robots were once animals in the Sonic the Hedgehog lore, so...
Yeah, but he speeds. He doesn't obey the traffic laws.
There was a game that I played called Cat Poke, where you were a little girl, and you walked around and poked cats in the butt, and that was the only thing you did. You were a very happy little girl in your house while it was raining.
You are abusing animals' buttholes. Dog Viagra.
Find them and love them.
Hey?
No.
There is no... I dare anyone to bring up a game, because they're all awful. What? It's like an
Encarta.
Yeah, what?
Did someone say Encarta? Encarta 95. That's okay.
Yeah, no, I read.
Though all the parents were dead.
Sherlock Holmes was a druggie. No.
John Freeman.
Batman.
John Freeman, yes. His computer
Civilian
got
number
shut
2
down.
from Goldeneye.
No. Everyone in GoldenEye is awful.
Okay, so we're gonna have to move.
Physics in the game.
We're gonna have to move away from this because we're just going around in
There's
circles.
nothing you can do.
I know. So
Video games are awful.
yeah, no.
We learned a depressing truth today.
So now for something even less cheerful. So the future of gaming. Where are we at? What have people seen? Personally, the way I see it is when Valve buy out on Live, we're sorted. Yeah, but you know, you've got the Steam box. What's it called?
It's called
Steam box. Is it actually called that? All right. Well done, Gabe. That I think is where it's going. Obviously, it's like £1,000 now, or something like that for Steam's new console streaming pretty thing.
You get a free hat though.
They get free. Where do you guys think we're going? I think we're at the end of consoles. Consoles are getting to that point where, well, the box in the TV, and we're done.
I'm a big fan of having the physical kind of product, which is why I have so many. I've got about 16 different consoles and so many cartridges I can't even count them. But I'm going to miss when it goes to cloud gaming. I don't think it's going to be the same. I think I'll be less engaged to have a product because I won't really physically have it.
Yeah.
I mean, I found a decline in gaming for myself just because I can't go to a shop really now, at least in England, and just buy something. And that has, because it's like, I could order it online, I guess. So like, I'm not looking forward to cloud gaming. I really hope that isn't the future.
Yeah.
Personally.
Are we going to turn into horrible old men and be like, no, it's like vinyl now. With vinyl, you can feel the difference when the CD's in the drive. No, I've got on floppy disk. I just put, Crisis on floppy disk. Floppy disk 7402. Continue.
I still have hope. I am hoping that I will live long enough to see a holodeck.
Yes.
When that happens, oh my God, I will never leave it.
I may have been hasty. Can I come to your holodeck?
No, what happens in the holodeck stays in the holodeck, buddy.
Exactly.
It'll be me, Commander Riker, and all those ladies.
Seriously, the guy that has to look after the holodecks is just going to be scarred.
He's just mopping all day like, what happened in here?
Holodecks are going to turn into like penny strip shows, like put $1 in the box and the window opens and
If anyone has
that one guy that has to do that, he has to get the squeegee out. No, that'll be the same on the holodeck.
They might be like ovens, they might self-clean.
There'll be a new business.
That'll be an update later.
There will be a new wave of viral videos, which will just be footage of people in holodecks without
the actual hologram, just like them walking around.
It's like you being
A whole new level of Rick Rolls. Just surrounded by him singing at you.
You are Rick Astley.
Help me!
That would be amazing.
The future sounds awesome.
So, I obviously cloud gaming, do you genuinely think we're going to move away from consoles? Obviously, cloud is where it's going.
I mean, it all has to do with convenience, right? And I think one of the reasons that people are moving toward PC so rapidly is because of the convenience. Some people, it's the graphics, but I really hope that consoles don't kind of die out, and I think that that's why they're trying to incorporate so much of a cloud system with consoles as well, so that people also feel that convenience. But again, like you were saying, there's still that problem where you're like, I don't actually own this. Like, I paid for it, but I don't physically own it, and that's always a concern.
It feels like the same thing. I mean, did you guys hear about Bruce Willis suing Apple? Okay, everyone here. Well, if you don't know, Bruce Willis sued Apple so that he could get all the stuff that he bought on iTunes to be left to his kids when he dies, because the contract doesn't, clear you to own it for forever. Well, I think that's ridiculous. So the same thing would happen with cloud gaming.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea that, Ed passed like last year, our friend, and I like the fact I can go around and take the games that I really wanted. We had an agreement. He said I could have his GameCube if he died. I didn't think it would actually happen.
Phil holds up the sad face.
It's not death. It's pre-respawn.
It's just happiness. I do have a friend allocated who has my passwords, so when I die he can wipe my hard drive.
Smart.
Yeah.
And anywhere else around the computer that he's wiping.
Don't take... Oh no, I can't say that. We're on the radio. Yeah.
There will always be consoles. It's a price point that... PCs, good ones, cost way more money than any console will ever cost. And so if 7 years ago you bought a 360, you still have that thing and it still plays the same games that I needed to upgrade my computer 2 years ago to play.
Well, maybe it will.
It hasn't died yet.
Well, you see, computers, you build them specifically for gaming, then that in itself, I'd say, consists of being a console. I mean, I don't think any specific, I'm not really aware if there's any specific solely gaming computer out there made with exclusive games or anything. No. Someone get on that.
I mean, well, you're always going to lose that element of like playing with your friends though, like in the real world. Like, you don't very often get like two people huddled around one PC. Like, oh, I'll take the right button.
Except for in CSI, where two people are hacking with the one keyboard.
Hackers. They're scientists.
Science?
They know how to do that. It's science.
Science.
Science!
What about Google Glasses, though?
I want those so bad.
I really want one.
Right now, Google did this thing where you could tweet, if I had Google Glasses, and then you put a sentence as a hashtag. So, if I had Google Glasses, I would film my neighbours, or whatever. And, legit, people were doing this. And Google went to about 100 of them. Okay. They went, really? They went, yeah, you can have some of the first ones. We'll send them out to you in like 6 months. Will you fill out some forms for us as well? And I went, oh my god, that's amazing. They got a bill.
Yeah.
They sent them $1,500 worth of a bill. They went, you wanted it? Here's the bill. No!
It's kind of a fair point though. You can't just get stuff for free. Come on.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
They didn't. At what point did they say you can get them for free? You can have them first. You don't say free.
We're talking about this should be a shock.
Exactly.
Alright.
So obviously we were at a convention, and the main thing that conventions are for is obviously spilling dirt on people and con stories. What is your best con story? What is the best thing or the worst thing that has happened to you at a convention?
Oh, God.
Memories? No. Sorry.
No.
If you want a purple lanyard, be quiet.
Yeah, so then... Yeah, it's hard to work this for radio. So it just involves being on like a lower level from someone else who was of a
waiting
form, a larger form, who was wearing a very short skirt.
Oh, it's a man?
No, it's a woman, but very short skirt, and then nothing. Between the skirt and the floor.
Yeah.
So.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Going commando.
She was going commando.
Only a short skirt.
And I went.
This is the JJ.
I don't understand.
Ofcom regulations, the JJ is fine.
A pleasant situation to be in, and that. I mean, it's traumatic. So, I'm sorry.
I also.
Traumatic memories.
One of my good con friends, the day I met him, he was cross-playing and was walking up the stairs, and I was below, and I looked up, Shimpan, and there was a pair of, and I was like, here's, younger me, going to conventions the first time, schoolgirl, whatever, the whole Japanese nonsense, anime convention, walking up the stairs, and my brain's like, I'm going to get some free butt here. Right, so I looked up, and there's a pair of and forever at that point, younger me, forever from that point, I have never perved on anybody at any convention ever, because I'm going to have to, it's a trap. Yeah, it is a trap.
If you see me looking at you guys now really weirdly for the rest of this convention, it's their fault.
The other one that we discussed was the shoulder double tap, which when you're meeting a lovely lady at a convention, that could be, I don't know, is this a gentleman? Is this a trap? You go, put your hand on there, go to shake their hand, and oops! Oh no, there's a pair of
What the hell are you doing?
Somebody spent like 15 minutes explaining that to me, and I went,
That's the same way they check the Pope.
That is a legit thing, genuinely.
The Pope cosplays.
The Pope cosplay.
It's the biggest lie we've ever seen. It's just the same. It's just some guy.
Like, legitimately, a Pope a couple hundred years ago was a girl, right? And they didn't realise it was a girl, so there was like all sorts of, oh no, we can't have a girl Pope. So, for the past 100 years, they actually have a ceremony where the Pope goes commando and wears like one of these gowns and walks over them to check that it is. This is legit.
Actually, it's a chair. It's a chair with a hole in the middle. It's a chair with a hole in the middle. And they do that.
Yeah, like
around under.
Like it was on Wikipedia, so it must be true.
No wonder he quit.
So much ball grabbing.
What?
The Latin phrase when he passes over is that his balls are hanging.
Pendulous something. Yeah, it is. There's a phrase. There's a Latin.
This is not real.
It's a load of old bollocks.
I'm not saying it. So con stories. What have we got? What else? We only got one so far.
I can tell you about the joys of when you're running a convention, you get people jealous so much they want to come into your convention. One of the conventions... I walked into that one, I do apologise. When you're running a convention, obviously, sometimes you have to share your venue with other conventions or other gatherings. And obviously, Saturday night, party really going well, everyone's rocking out, everyone's having fun. At the door comes a couple of really posh, snooty gentlemen who want to come in because they're so fed up with the tile convention that's happening on the other side of the hotel with the cheesy 80s DJ and a clown.
So, at this convention we were at, Ian and I were stood on the door, just by the party room, and this tile convention, genuinely, I'd say about 8 40-year-old men in suits. You're going to let me into your party because we've got a clown, right? And I'm like, no mate, you're not part of this convention. He says, I am the regional manager of Tops Tiles. And if you won't let me in, you're not going to get discounted tiles. I'm sure I can sort of.
I've never had a use for tiles in my life at this stage. I mean, I could start a collection. But I'd be really sad.
The best thing I've ever heard over the radios at a convention, when I was working out a while back, was, grab the bolt cutters, we've found someone. Now, I was like, I have no idea what this is, but I'm going that way.
There was another one over the radio.
Genuinely, it was somebody in chainmail, right? I got really excited. I was like, oh, this is going to be good for gossip. It was someone in chainmail who was having a panic attack. Could have done with like a tin opener or something.
I remember the one I was taking a break, having lunch with one of the helpers, and I had the headset still. I wasn't responding, and all I hear over the radio is, "Someone is on the roof." And I just sit there, and I just take a sip of the drink and just go, "Yep." Someone is still on the roof.
Ezio. Assassin's Creed, bombing around on the roof.
Oh, he's jumped.
He's jumped. Oh, that wasn't a hey. I think the only other good one that I can remember straight off the top of my head was 5 minutes before the opening of Gemucon, which I was volunteering at.
Which one?
4. And over the radio I heard, "Does anybody know how to shuffle?" we had this big elaborate thing planned with Scowny in gold pants, and actually these gold pants that he was wearing were so tight, when you Googled them, you didn't search Google skin,
it wasn't eBay,
look up,
it was eBay.
Sorry, on eBay you don't actually search for skin tight hot pants in gold or whatever, you search for gay interest. And they're one of the first few things that come up, like legitimately.
The person who bought those pair, their browser's been corrupted forever. Poor fella. Possibly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Normally when I go to conventions, I spend at least one day with Jesse, and that's normally the day that I get found the most, because normally people can't really find me because I'm very small. And there was one time that I was with Jesse, and a huge group of dudes came over and they were like, "Jesse!" They were all getting his signature, and I was standing kind of off to the side. And one of them goes, "Is that Dodger over there?" And the other one goes, "No." And then they just left. I was like, whoa. My other favorite thing that had nothing to do with me was an anime convention in LA that I went to one time, where there was a huge square where a bunch of people were just hanging out, chatting and drinking coffee and doing whatever else. And a girl ran out from the building and yelled, "There's a Naruto stripping by the tree outside!" And all these girls ran into the building. I was like, "Are you really?" It was incredible.
So I have a story.
Time I was dressed in Naruto stripping.
Really good out of here. No, I was at a con meeting with fans, like people coming over. This one girl came over and was like, "Hey, it's really great to meet you. My boyfriend, wanted to meet you as well, but he was busy. He's off at like some other stand." And I was like, "God, you should dump him." So the next year, this guy comes up to me. He's like, "TomSKA, so you met my girlfriend last year, and you signed something for her, and she was walking away from your table, and I came up to her, and she dumped me in front of your table. And I let him take a photo of him punching me in the face. And everything was fine. But yes, I ended a relationship just because I said, yeah, you should dump him."
What you say, man? Speaking of relationships, I have one with a...
This is a dog with a Viagra habit.
At least one of us does.
It's a nice young lady named Felicia Day. She and I go way back.
He doesn't remember.
And every convention we meet, she shakes my hand and she says, "Who are you?" And I have met her like a bajillion times. We've been on stage together, we've done stuff together. And she still does not. So the last time that we did anything like together was at a convention where we were on a podcast, similar to this, like not a legit radio thing, but you know, a crappy podcast. And
you win point.
She like came up and her handler's like, "Sir, Miss Day is here and she needs to get on the microphone, so if you would please get off." And I'm like, "What? What?" I look behind me, there's like 50 people, like the entourage, and they were just like, "Lift and move." And I'm like, "What's happening right now?" And I was like, "Hey Felicia, this is kind of cute." And she looks at me and goes, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. I was like, table flip. And ever since then, we've been mortal enemies. And we are going to fight one day.
But Jesse,
in front of people.
Can your battle end the universe?
No, she'll probably kick my ass. But, and then when she's done, like, who are you? I'm just saying, Felicia, I will find you. And you will remember me. That sounds real creepy.
It's like Homer and Mr. Burns. Say my name!
I'm just saying, I love you, Felicia, Dad, I want you to marry me.
Okay, cool, and on that we're going to go for a song and then we'll be back in the last section. This is the Geek Show at Gemucon.
I hope you're doing lousy because I'm doing lousy. And I don't want anybody to be happy if I'm not happy. Now get me a sandwich with nuggets on it.
Alright, is that ready? You're listening to The Geek Show on 104.5 CBFM.
Hey guys, and welcome back to The Geek Show! Yes, so we're in our final section. We've got another 20 odd minutes. What we're going to do is we've got one last proper question. See if you guys have got any quick questions, and then we'll see what these guys have been working on or anything they want to totally promote, which is cool. So yes, if you were to design a game, if you were to design a game that you could do any game in the world, no matter what you want, and just imagine it was there, what would you do?
It would be a visual novel horror game. I've wanted to do that for a long time.
That's like a legit answer. We can't have legit.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah. No, I know, because I've thought before about what game I would want to make if I could make a game, and it would be a visual novel horror game. But it would be hard to make it actually scary. That's where the rub is. So.
Man.
The end. That's fine.
I mean,
that was a proper answer.
You know how you have like Mario, you have like these like left to right side scrollers where Mario goes off and he beats his way through people to save the princess. Don't make that dirty.
Sorry.
So yeah, I really want to make a game that's like this really vicious beat 'em up that's a right to left side scroller of the princess of just like busting out of jail and being like Mario, and then just fights her way back all the way through the game and just like sort of starts kicking Bowser right in the face.
That would be awesome.
And just like goes right all the way back. I thought that'd be kind of fun.
I would play that game.
Feminism. Woo.
Yeah, maybe a bit of it.
No, that's like
I had some fights and I need to apologize to the community of women.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be a good way.
Do it like that, of women. Oh my god.
The breasted ones.
They're powerful. They're powerful and scary. They can hit.
They can.
Like men.
Who knew? Taking it deeper,
Yes, I was going to avoid sexism in the gaming community, but yeah. Let's continue avoiding that.
The game I really want to see made is a game that probably will never be made because it's too high concept, but a game that takes everything from like an MMO and also has that Minecraft feel where you can just build anything and take the world around you and create whatever you want and build cities, towns, armies, whatever. Whatever you want to do with this game, you can do. It's an impossibility, it would never happen.
It's called life.
Here's the thing. That's not true. Clearly.
Yeah.
So, and it would just be, you can do whatever. Like, you can, but it changes, the world changes as you do. So if I, like, dig up stuff, it won't just, like, boop, 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 and, like, refill. It will be gone forever. And so as you do things, things change within the world. It would be amazing, but it would never happen. Like, that game cannot exist.
Oh, real quick, you just, like, said, like, you're like, oh, yeah, you can't do anything in real life. It's like, excuse me, when you were young, like, how many of us were like, when I grow up, I want to play video games for a living? And that was obviously.
I wanted to be a clown on the moon. I don't know what you're talking about. When you're a kid, that's over. Like, I want to play video games for the rest of my life. Like, no one wants to do that. I was like, I want to be a big. Look, I don't know what you want to be.
I wanted to be a movie star.
See, that's what people want to be. Like, I want to be a rock star. I want to be a firefighter. No one's like.
Video games all day sound pretty sweet.
No, I think that.
Okay, you didn't have any video games.
No, I think
all the time.
The direct translation of that is Game Tester, which is one of the worst games ever. Yeah. Who likes forms and repetitive games? Whee!
My favorite part of any game is running into a wall. 16 hours a day, so I love
Same
weather now. One or two of my friends are games testers for Just Dance. Apparently, well, no, seriously, apparently they have the highest turnover in games testers than any other game, because basically they wear them out or they die.
They're all in wheelchairs.
Yeah, they're all like, so I've spent 8 hours dancing, but they've got to look.
What? They've got to be in the best shape of anyone on earth.
Yeah, they are the sexiest games testers, well, at least the skinniest.
And the best thing is they film you while they do it. Yeah. So there's quite a few of our friends. There's like 200 hours of just them going.
So the explanation is clearly, have you seen those tabloids where they go, oh my god, you look so fat, and then like a month later it's like, wow, look how much weight you lost.
Game testing. Oh yeah, there's also a, not a hack, but anyway, what you can do is, you're going, yeah, so it's recognise my skeleton as you're dancing, obviously that's how it does it. It's recognise my skeleton. You bring in the chair, put the chair down, slink out of shot, and you can get all the longevity unlocks, because it just superimposes your skeleton on this chair. So the games testers were like, yeah, we can do that. That'll totally work. Plonk. Going to the pub. What? Yeah, it's legit.
Love it.
Yeah, so who hasn't answered their game, their ultimate game?
It's probably to do with the bizarre, strange fascination I have on the wrestling games. Not wrestling. What?
I just like to see men in line.
Because I buy the games, I never play any of the wrestlers. I don't give 2 sticks about the wrestlers.
Oh, that's it.
I end up. Oh dear. What's happening?
I don't actually have them, or Ian, basically, there's certain members of the convention community that you will see at every single convention, right? And Ian models them all in wrestling games.
Oh my god.
No, that's a bit creepy, don't you think? It's like, tonight, me and Shane are having a DJ battle, a rock battle. He's actually had me and him fighting in wrestling games. In Lycra.
Yeah. It was electrifying.
And apparently he gets off with it. So, I control you.
With wrestling games is I used to sort of make models like Homer Simpson and Peter Griffin and stuff like that, and I just wanted to fight them. It's one of those things. But MAME, I think there's an online. There's always these online series of videos from an emulator called MAME, which sort of takes all the fighting games out there, like Street Fighter and I think it's Street Fighter and Street Fighter, Capcom versus Marvel, and they make their own sort of character models of characters like Homer Simpson, Peter Griffin, even weirder ones like Steven Seagal, and they just have the most bizarre mashup fights ever, and that's the sort of game I'd love to make.
Oh, this celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, just a lot better.
I was really excited when that game came out, but I was so disappointed. Because it just didn't feel the same as the series, and you couldn't do much, and Marilyn Manson's character was bad to play as.
Yeah. That's always true.
So,
we laugh though about like, oh yeah, he made like his friends in fighting games for them. It's like, yeah, anyone heard of The Sims?
Yeah.
I'll make that girl I like. Maybe she'll marry me in this game.
She never did that.
No,
she sets a room full of fire.
She just caught fire or drowned.
The Sims.
You invite her over, delete door, at least you're with me now.
This is getting weird, guys.
Back in a dark place.
We're back in a dark place.
Yeah,
Smiling face.
Still holds up the
There it is.
In real life, that's just called a key.
I mean, I've had my little game I've wanted to do for so long now.
Yeah.
I mean, I love zombie games. Yeah, who doesn't? But I don't know. Who's here played or knows of The Saboteur? Anyone? A handful. Basically,
don't hold your hands up. We're on radio.
Basically, yeah, but I want to see. Basically, you run around as this Irishman in Nazi-occupied Paris. Basically, I think you're fighting a one-man war. But anyway, what I want to do is like have that kind of feel game, massive open world. You have the not necessarily cars, because I want the setting to be Victorian London with zombies. No steampunk involved, actual weapons, what you can have involved, but there's also a mystery element to it, so you've got to kind of get down to, you know, like point-and-click things, but you've also got to find your way out. So a bit more of a mix between like Monkey Island and Resident Evil.
So it's Monkey Island, H.P. Lovecraft?
So it's The Walking
Kind
Dead.
of. Yeah, but it's better because the series is really bad.
Thank you. The game.
Yeah. The game's okay. The game's not bad, but the series is really bad. It looks like a cheaply made series. I'm going to be interested to see what happens with Zombieland TV series. That's going to be interesting. That's actually happening. It wasn't an April Fool's, it's actually happening. Originally it was meant to be a TV series.
Okay, alright, so cool. So yeah, what are you guys working on at the moment? What are you really doing? From the edge working this way, because, yeah, I've got nothing.
I'm working on, well, everything. Yeah, sorry. Working on everything. Like, I'm trying to get this short, like, sketch series to basically together. Everything's written, it's just a matter of getting everything together to film it. Then there's this long sitcom kind of, a sitcom that I've been wanting to write for ages. Basically fleshed out. It's just, oh, it's killing me. I was talking to him on the train about it this morning. Just all the little nitty-gritty details. But I'll never get around to doing it, as I think he's shaking his head.
Just jostling you, man. Just jostling you. Jostlin's a word, right? That's... Anyway.
Joshing.
Yeah, whatever. I'm working on a bunch of things. I'm writing Acid Movie 7. Which, my favourite part of that so far is this muffin that really wants to die. Everything I can to get John DiMaggio to voice this muffin. The voice of Marcus Phoenix, Jake the Dog Bender, like, all these things. And doing everything in my power to get him. And everything in my power is like, sit at the computer. Please play a muffin that wants to die. But other than that, I'm working on the series Edgeworld with Matt and a few other people. Like, I'm tragically slowly. And just living, working on my techs. You know, a little bit of everything.
Well, let's see. I've been very off schedule lately, but I do when I'm home and have like my setup. I do a vlog every day, and then we're gonna get back to doing DIYs on Sundays and Q&As and gaming news Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all sorts of things.
Not too much then.
Not too much. And sometimes my cat will show up if you're interested in cats. And I'm so glad so many of you did that. That was ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. Come hang out and see if you like anything. That's all.
That's all.
I'm playing video games poorly. Before I left, we started BioShock Infinite, which is amazing. I've already figured out the whole game without even played it. Because, you know. And I had a great idea for a series the other day. And I don't remember what we called it. But it's...
Fact.
It had a better name than just Fact.
Are you sure?
The whole point is that I just make up random stuff and claim it to be fact and then demonstrate why it's like... So the one we thought of was Kentucky Fried Chicken is neither from Kentucky nor fried nor chicken. And the video is me taking a piece of chicken and dipping it in water and pulling it out and it's like fried. And then cutting it open and peas fall out. It's nonsense.
It was really late at night and we were eating Italian food.
We were a little drunk too, but it was funny at the time. And I think we are doing
some Dead Space 3.
Dead Space 3 thing you will ever see in your life. And there's just a bunch of stuff that is... Cox and Penner in the Morning will be returning very shortly. And yesterday I should have uploaded another animated episode, but the internet here is garbage. So I will try and do that tonight. It is amazing. It's called Cheeseburger in Paradise. So if you've ever seen that episode, you know what it's about. And that is it. There's so much happening. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you and not doing the stuff I should do. And the rain, it's what I do.
Points. Well, we're obviously continuing work on Fate over this year. We filmed the first episode, most of it's in the can. You guys get to see it on Sunday morning. Well, not the full episode, but some of the stuff. And then we've got the other two to film. We've got the second one filmed in June, and the third one filming around August, September.
Fate is a convention superhero TV show on the internet.
It's kind of like Mission Impossible, just gone wrong.
Yes, and it is actually really good.
Can I read that?
Selling it very well.
Yeah, sure.
Disavowed. Off the grid. Got real. Magic card. Go. Fate, the web series. Brought to you by a bunch of guys with too much time.
Woo! So yeah, we've got those two to film the rest of the year. There's also Legacy, which is filming across this year and next.
Yeah, Ian not selling it again. Legacy is a documentary based on the entire con scene. So we're actually, well, Ian himself and his production company are filming around every convention we can get our grubby little mitts on, and the behind the scenes of what goes on. Right. And it is going to be amazing. If you want to see nerds screaming, get the documentary.
It's 2 hours of just screaming.
Conventions.
Those cat songs. You just auto-tune it.
Yeah, so you know all the stories about people being cut out of chainmail and stuff like that. It's pretty much going to be that, but you know that we can then sell to the BBC.
Yes, but we'll have to see. It may have to be cut down a bit. During those little bits, I think we have to start work on. Oh yeah, sorry, I need to talk to my friend. I apologize. I think during those two bits, we have to start work on a certain convention that is coming back in 2014, and I can't say anything until Sunday afternoon. I'm sorry.
Just make sure you're at the closing ceremony.
Because the chairman will hunt me down and kill me.
The chairman?
The chairman. I have been killing people with chairs. Don't say anything until about 6:45 on Sunday.
But yeah, make sure you're at the closing ceremony, because,
Yeah, you'll have something...
Just be there!
Just be there and have something fun for 2014.
But yeah.
So yeah, that's my work slate completely for the next 3 years. Pretty much.
So yeah, so we've got some absolutely amazing stuff coming on. Obviously the Geek Show is every single week. We are live on 104.5 FM in the Northeast, but except for today, which is recorded at Gemucon with you lovely people out there. Hello. Right, that really brings us to the end of the show. We've had some amazing guests. Hello.
Hi, thank you.
Hi. These guys have been absolutely awesome. What we're going to do on hashtag The Geek Show, we will be tweeting out all of their links, all of their websites, everything, all the YouTube channels, yeah, all of their internet. And yeah, that's it. That's us from Gemucon this year. We do multiple live shows, and yeah, we love you. Thank you very much for all coming out. Actually, Ian's the voiceover guy for particular conventions, so he can do the voiceover guy for announcements, which are being handed stealthily. Read these out! Okay.
That's the best announcement.
Some delightful announcements for all you Gemucon attendees. £5 meals at the restaurant, burger and chips, plus curry and rice. And by the way, the 10th floor is now open for games.
So So that's it, you've come to a gaming convention. Thank you very much. We've been The Geek Show. Some amazing guests. Follow us on thegeekshow.co.uk and hashtag The Geek Show. We'll see you lovely people later. Have a good time and enjoy the game.